All right, now we're ready to move these calculation methods to our mortgage calculator class. So we put the caret on the method name, press Ctrl T, and move this. Here we should also select calculate mortgage. So we want to move both these calculation methods to a new class called mortgage calculator. We want to make sure both these are public. Let's go ahead and refactor. So here's our new mortgage calculator class with two static methods. Let's have a quick look at our main class, see how much code we reduced. Previously, we had several methods in this class, and all of them were unrelated. They were doing different things. Now everything is in the right place, but we're not done yet. Let's look at our mortgage calculator class. Earlier, we talked about the parameters of these methods. Both these methods have these three parameters: principal, annual interest, and years. So here we want to apply the encapsulation principle and store these values in the fields of this class. So on the top, let's declare a few fields: private int principal, private float annual interest, and private byte years. So now this class is going to have some state and some behavior. This is encapsulation in action. Now here we need to add a constructor and initialize these fields the moment we create a calculator object. Let me show you another shortcut. So here on the top, under the code menu, look at generate. The shortcut is Command and N on Mac. So Command and N. Now here we can ask IntelliJ to generate something for us. It can generate a constructor, a getter for any of these fields, a setter, a getter and setter together, and other stuff. Now let's generate a constructor. Here we can see the private fields in this class. We can select the fields that we want to initialize using this constructor. So I'm going to select all of them. And now IntelliJ is going to create a constructor with three parameters, and it's going to initialize these fields using those parameters. Take a look. So here's our constructor. We have these three parameters, and inside this constructor, we're initializing our private fields. All right, now that we have these fields and we can properly initialize them through our constructor, it's time to remove these repetitive parameters from our methods. So once again, we put the caret on the method name, press Ctrl and T. This time we want to change the signature of this method. So here are the parameters that we currently have. We can select those that we don't want and delete them. Now let's go ahead and refactor our code. IntelliJ is giving us a warning because we have used these values in this method. That's totally fine because now we are storing these values in the fields of this class. So let's continue. All right, we have a few compilation errors. This method cannot see annual interest, years, and principal. But didn't we declare them as private fields in this class? Yes, we did. However, this method is declared as static. So as I told you before, static methods can only see static fields of a class. These fields belong to a mortgage calculator object, not the mortgage calculator class. So now we need to convert this method to an instance method. Once again, we use our refactoring shortcut, Ctrl T. Look at the third option, convert to instance method. Now, unfortunately, in this case, IntelliJ couldn't do this for us. This is one of those situations where we have to manually jump in and modify code. So I'm going to remove the static modifier. Now you can see that these compilation errors are immediately gone because we can access these private fields in this class. Now our calculate balance method has only a single parameter. Let's put this on the same line. That is better. All right. We have to repeat the same steps with the calculate mortgage method. So first we need to remove these parameters. Ctrl T, change signature. I'm going to select all these parameters and delete them. Let's go ahead and refactor, continue. We have the same problem as before because this method is static and it cannot access these fields. So let's remove the static modifier. Now we have made a few changes to this calculator. We need to find out what classes are affected. So we put the caret on the class name, right click, and find usages. So this class is used twice in the mortgage report class. Let's double click this line. Okay, this is where we are using our mortgage calculator. And as you can see, we have a breaking change because the calculate mortgage method is no longer static. So here we need to create a mortgage calculator object. Let's do that real quick. So for calculator, we create a new mortgage calculator. We need to pass 3 arguments. These are principal, annual interest, and years. So let's pass this here. Principal, annual interest, and years. Now we're going to use our calculator object, and the compilation error is gone. We have to do the same step over here. So once again, we have to create a mortgage calculator object, but we don't want to repeat this. So it's better to declare this as a field inside this class. So on the top, let's put the caret on this calculator object, press Ctrl T. We want to extract a field from this local variable. Let's go ahead with that. Now this variable is highlighted, so we can change the name if you want to. I'm happy with calculator, so let's press enter. Now we have a private static field of type mortgage calculator in this class. But this field is initialized in this method, and this is not good because we have to remember to call the print mortgage method first, so this field is initialized. We're going to fix this issue in the next lecture.